born to do great things and some change the world, but what about everybody else? Well, an upcoming show gives us a different perspective, one that isn't through the eyes of the hero, but simply through the eyes of those around them. Trisha Bagby, Mia Katz, and Chris Peterlin. Almost messed up, but I got you, Chris. They're all here to tell us about Puffs, or 7 increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic. So, let's get to it. First of all, Chris, tell us about Puffs. What's the storyline?
The storyline is sort of the same storyline that everyone's used to at a certain school of magic and magic. It's still the same events happening, but it is seen through the eyes of House Puff, and hence the name Puffs for the show. And so what they're seeing happening, so it's a totally different point of view of what, you know, is actually happening, what they see happening. So, and that's basically it. There's a trio. There's a trio of children, just like there's a trio of children in the other School of Magic and Magic, and yeah.
Okay, so Mia and Trisha, tell us about your characters and in what ways do you relate to them?
Yeah,
please.
So we play 2/3 of this trio going on, and in the ways that I relate to my character, I couldn't look any more different on stage. But I definitely had the level of teenage angst that my character goes through throughout this story of finding herself and learning exactly who she is. So I kind of think about when I was in that age range, and it kind of channel younger Trisha.
Okay, what about you, Mia?
I'm basically just playing myself in this show. I mean, I've described my character as a sassy gay math whiz. So me minus the math part, I'm not good at math.
Okay.
But I like to describe my character, Olivia, who's actually written in the script as Oliver, but we changed the gender so I could play her, as a girl with a capital G.
Okay,
You know?
girl with a capital G. Now, Chris, as the director, do you have any character that you may fancy more than the others?
Oh dear, look at these two waiting for the answer.
Careful.
There is a character in the show that I do like very much, but that has to do with personal reasons because I've known the person for a long time, and it's a very small character, but it is a certain potions professor.
Okay.
And we're close, we're friends, and so just watching how that person and the choices they decide to do. But other than that, I picked a really good cast, so
nice.
They're just all good.
Well, congratulations
Thank
for
you.
a great selection. Now, the show has been described as perfect for millennials. Why is that?
Why don't you guys answer? Go ahead.
Wait, Kristen, don't put me on the spot.
Come on, guys, I'm old.
I think it's because millennials all know the story, and so they can pick out the little nuances and the individual little parodies within the script, because legally there's a lot of things we can't say.
Yes.
So we like to creatively work around it, and I think that's fun for the audience to be able to pick out those things and say, oh, I know what they're referencing.
Yeah,
I know what that's talking about.
exactly. Which is why I said a certain potions professor. That's actually that character's name, a certain potions professor.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
And for my last question, anybody can answer. After seeing this show, what do you want the audience to walk away with?
Everyone has their own story. Just because you know that there's another story going on and you think you're supposed to be part of that one, don't think that you don't have an actual story yourself happening. And you don't have to be the hero. You just have to be you and do the best that you can.
Well said. Beautiful, Chris.
And we did want to remind some people that this show does have some language. And we want to make sure that if language is a problem for anybody, you know, 17 and under, you should decide whether or not you want to see the show. But there is some language. Yeah, other than that, it's a really great show. I think it's a good show for everybody.
Well, thank you guys for coming in and sharing with us. Now, if you're interested in seeing Puffs, you have plenty of opportunities to catch the show. It's happening January 19th and 20th, and the 26th and the 27th at 7:30 p.m., and January 21st and 28th at 3:30. This is all happening at the Cornstalk Theater, 2:30.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris. This is all happening at the Cornstalk Theater at 1700 North Park Road. Again, thank you all so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.